first met Debbie Smith at an impromptu street party in Brixton. I learned that she's been playing in bands for many years. Bands such as Curve, Echo Belly, Snow Pony, Night Nurse, Space Echo, and currently her best band yet, Blindness. I met up with Debbie recently to talk about her career in music.
So I've always had music in my life. When I was about 5 or 6, I got into watching Top of the Pops quite a lot, and so I heard all the glam stuff and Bowie, Suzi Quatro, The Sweet. So pretty early on, really. Yeah. I joined Echo Belly. It all became a lot more clear as to what the business was all about, because before that I just played in bands and I got paid if I got paid. It was just basically to play music and have fun. But with Echo Belly, it was increasingly obvious that the music business was a business, just like accountancy or advertising. You have a product that you need to sell. I think I learnt my guitar technique, or started developing my guitar technique, when I was in Curve. Before that I didn't really have much to speak of, as my one-time guitar teacher told me. Well, a lot of female musicians, for example, Suzi Quatro was the first female musician I ever heard of who fronted her own band. She looked amazingly cool. She was like head to foot in leather, and she had this great big bass guitar, and she was singing and playing, and just like, I saw that on Top of the Pops and I thought, that's a good job. I'm having that.
I don't know how she does it, but it's this thing, she's got this particular style. I think she uses like 2 or 3 distortion pedals together, and the result is that when she stops playing for a moment, the guitar just feeds back, you know, so it's never silent, it's never not doing anything, you know. It's like, you know, whatever she does, it's this kind of really kind of pummeled, compressed sort of sound. It's unique, very liquid sound, you know, liquid noise, I suppose would be a good way of describing it, yeah. Instantly recognisable and much copied, I think.
Gareth Dillon Smith is a lecturer at the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance and also writes for Rhythm magazine. I met up with him recently to discuss the career of Debbie Smith.
As a black musician, for instance, it's often harder to play rock, certainly to become famous for it, because that's not what we expect to see. It's not what record companies are prepared to give us. I know the band Living Colour, who was an African-American band, found it virtually impossible to become famous. They struggled a lot. They formed a thing called the Black Rock Coalition with a bunch of other bands in the 80s, just to try to lobby the record industry, essentially, to say what we're doing is legitimate, and it was racist. So I think coming from any ethnic background in music, it's clear what you should be doing, and it's hard to break the barriers. It's hard to break down boundaries that are definitely there.
Well, I can't say I'm entirely enamoured of being called a role model, because I don't think I'm qualified to be a role model for anyone, but I can't think of any other black women who work in the field of rock rather than jazz or hip-hop or R&B who have actually been noticed by the mainstream. So that obviously highlights that there is a dearth of role models, so to speak. So yeah, if I'm one of them, that's great. If someone sees me in an old Echo Belly video and says, oh, well, I could play guitar as well, I'm a black girl, I like playing guitar, brilliant, that's absolutely wonderful. But, you know, I cannot stress highly enough that I am not a role model for anyone or anything.